I mean, I wanted to talk about the conspiracy theories that came up around the 2016 US election of Donald Trump.
Ooh.
So Pizzagate, if you've heard of that, and then there's a QAnon as well. I honestly don't know too much about the topic, but I've definitely seen some interesting things. So some of it did end up being true, like Jeffrey Epstein being a pedo and having kids on his island.
Yeah.
But the whole QAnon thing is like that. It's essentially a Satanist cult that sells and sacrifices children and is conspiring against Donald Trump as well, who is like the savior of America.
Wait, so they're
So
against Donald Trump?
One. No, the conspiracy, like Hillary Clinton and stuff, the Satanists are against Donald Trump.
Okay, I see.
But QAnon are like, they think Donald Trump is like the hero that's going to save America.
Right.
Like he's like the second coming of Christ almost.
Right,
Even though
right.
he's obviously the opposite of Christ, really.
The Cheetos Jesus.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Pizzagate's an interesting one because I think it was like, it was a while ago. I think it was like at university, pretty much like, 2016.
You should explain what it is.
So it's kind of, I think it's that, Epstein and Hillary Clinton and stuff are a child trafficking ring pretty much, and they sell children at some pizza parlor. And they use code words to like pizza is like referencing to
pizza
a child
time.
or something like that. Yeah, pizza time. Because
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, pizza's kind of like inconspicuous. So if you sell kids at a pizza, because
how did this start?
People shit posting on 4chan, I think, mostly.
Oh, it sounds legit.
That was the main thing. Like, obviously, anything posted on 4chan is going to be true.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Facts.
that's pretty much how it originated. And then the whole, like, Satanist cult.
Yeah.
Like, so Jeffrey Epstein's island has, like, I remember looking into it before, like, a while ago, and they were looking at pictures of Epstein's island, and there's, like, a ramp that kind of goes down the side of one of the cliffs, and then there's like a gate or like a garage, and they're like, okay, that's where they have the sacrificial altar, like the giant statue of their demonic god, and they sacrifice children in that cave there. And okay, that makes sense.
Okay, wait.
And then there were
so just to start on that then, because I think there's probably loads of avenues that you could go down.
I think so, yeah.
As if that's not like messed up enough. So all of the stuff that came out about Epstein now that we know about all the things that he did and the people that he was in contact with and stuff like that, have any of them mentioned anything about like some demonic section to that whole operation that
you mean the victims?
Right, the victims,
satanic.
or just anyone? Has it been in the news or in any court case?
No, not really. There was one thing, like some strange like art exhibit which Epstein went to, which was like some woman covered in blood or something, and they were like eating stuff off her or something. Wow. That was the most satanic thing. That they had pictures of that and said, "Oh, he's a Satanist. Look at this." But that's pretty much all they had in terms of saying he's a Satanist.
They're just rich people, doing rich people stuff.
It's just rich people doing weird shit. Yeah. Like they're like, "Oh yeah, look, some woman covered in blood lying on a table. Yeah, let's go and look at that. That's interesting." That's pretty much it.
It looks like a refreshing
it really is
beverage.
Just it's an exaggeration of the truth, I suppose, because obviously he's a nonce and Hillary Clinton and all that are pretty dodgy, but they probably aren't selling children in pizza parlors. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting because people were going on about it during the election. Maybe it was Russia, actually.
Why pizza parlors?
I think it was some of the terminology they used in the emails, the leaked emails. They referenced a pizza parlor.
That's what.
Like there was going to something about a party in one.
That's what just breaks the whole thing open for me. Who emails about pizza? Nobody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of sus.
It's kind of sus. Yeah.
It's sussy.
So not the fact that they were emailing about like kids or anything. But was that part of the email or?
No, they weren't. That's the thing. It was all that the QAnon theory is that it's all code words. You know, it's not literally they're talking about kids. They're using code words to reference them. So they don't literally say, "Yeah, I'm going to sell you some kids." It's more like we're going to meet for some pizza in the pizza parlor.
Because everybody likes pizza, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone likes kids. Well, everyone is rich and famous anyway. Going to get cancelled for this if anyone listens to it.
Yeah, if the powerful elite, if Prince Andrew is listening, first of all, share with your friends.
He's not Prince anymore. He's been cancelled as well.
Yeah, he's just Andrew now.
Oh, he's just Andrew?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Queen disowned him for being a nonce.
Yeah, but he's still in the palace with her, like chilling at the balcony.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He's just retired from royal duties, I think.
No more.
So it's not really.
No more.
Does that mean he still gets the benefits but doesn't have to actually do anything?
Do anything? Yeah, exactly. That's what it means.
Yeah, I guess so.
Doesn't even need to appear at those at any events. He just collects
I don't think they want him
taxpayer
to,
money.
would they? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 30 seconds to even this out, boys.
Oh shit.
QAnon and Pizzagate are separate things, or they're the same thing?
I think Pizzagate came from QAnon. QAnon raised more things. I don't know too much about it. I've seen a little bit. There was I can't remember what his name is. This YouTuber who does like videos where he goes into like cults and weird groups of people. He did a QAnon one, which was pretty cool. And it's just like really sort of super patriotic Americans.
You mean Shane
and, like,
Dawson?
QAnon's not Shane Dawson. It's like a fake news report guy. I should have looked into it. Remember what his name is, but yeah, he's
almost.
I got some info on my phone about it. Let's see.
Check the records.
QAnon.
Just get Jamie to pull it up.
Yeah.
It's a Joe Rogan reference.
So QAnon is the movement for federalism control and restoring constitutional order in America.
Wait, Dave. Weren't QAnon the guys who stormed the White House?
Oh yeah, I think it was all relating to that. It's all, they're all linked together. Yeah. Everything to do with like Donald Trump and all that. It's all kind of linked. Pizzagate, Jeffrey Epstein. They all link up. That's why I thought it was an interesting topic.
But wait, wasn't Donald Trump best friends with Epstein?
Oh yeah. Obviously, they just ignore that.
Yeah, that doesn't raise any
That's the
eyebrows.
thing, like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton both were friends with Epstein.
Yeah.
And yet they just ignore the fact that Hillary Clinton that Trump was friends with him.
Well, we should also say that, I mean, Epstein may have, mingled with, he was obviously around those types of people anyway, of that wealth, of
true.
Stature. So he may have mingled in the good ones with the bad ones, just so that it muddies the waters when it comes to, his conviction. So
I think so, yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, for every Prince Andrew, he would invite like Bill Gates or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Bill Gates he's got a whole host of conspiracy theories of his own.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, the vaccine being, having microchips in it. There you go. That's one. That's probably QAnon as well. Who knows?
It's funny, like
I didn't research the topic.
The Bill Gates thing and the microchips. It's like if Bill Gates wants to put a microchip in you, everyone's against it. But if it's Elon Musk wants to put a microchip in you, everyone's like,
open up my skull, Elon.
Boy.
Yeah.
I want you inside of me, Elon.
Put a USB-C port in there and hook me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up for the memes.
Yeah. Memes live streamed to your consciousness every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those QAnon guys, like, it's crazy how mainstream that has become, because I've heard of them. I didn't know exactly what it was.
That's the thing. Yeah, it was literally a 4chan shit poster.
Yeah.
And now it's like America.
Yeah.
You know, the big conspiracy in America. Like this is.
Yeah.
And people believe it. So yeah, funny how that happens.
Yeah, it's but I think maybe the truth about all those people could be even stranger than this stuff.
True. Yeah, even weirder than you could even make up.
Because you don't really need conspiracy theories. Like, you remember the Panama Papers or whatever papers, like so many papers came out exposing all this whole like gang of rich people.
Officials.
Yeah. And basically telling us, look, these guys are baddies. And somehow we completely ignored it. It was on the news for like 2 days and then we completely ignored it. But when it's something from 4chan that sounds like super suspicious, we're like, this might actually make sense. But we already have official documentation that they're dodgy AF.
It gets memory hold.
Yeah,
that's the word, I think.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh, you forget about it. New news reports.
Yeah,
it's like the there was that. I don't know if I should touch on like mass shootings, but there was that one in Vegas of the guy from the hotel room. Yeah. And that seemed like super suspicious. Like there was definitely more going on there than just some crazy guy that wanted to shoot a load of people. And yet they just kind of like stopped talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, he just shot some people because he was crazy. That's
because they have so many shootings. You know, they gotta move on to the next one.
Yeah, that was definitely some gang-related stuff, like an arms deal or something that went wrong, or they had some conspiracy. Probably not government or anything, just a gang thing, but still, they just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I think it's that creative value to conspiracy theories that makes them so appealing. Like people let it,
like flat Earth.
Yeah,
I think that's It's obviously ridiculous, but it's quite creative. Like the ideas they come up with, the explanation,
the lore behind it. You know, like all these things. That's a nice transition to flat earthing, I guess, which I wanted to touch upon. I know I said I'm gonna be last, but that was sort of where I wanted to go. I didn't want to discuss the flat Earth theory in particular. But my sort of topic was how conspiracy theories ruin people for you, like ruin celebrities for you and people you admire. The main one for me was freaking Shaquille O'Neal. Like I was a huge fan growing up of the basketball player, for those of the listeners who don't know who that is. But he's pretty famous now. I think he's the face of Papa John's now or something like that. So Shaquille O'Neal is a flat earther, and when I found out, I was heartbroken.
Papa John's, the pizza place.
Oh, no.
Makes sense now.
Pizza
Papa John's. Pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It all links
all
up.
Pizza. Yeah. So it's really frustrating how, first of all, realizing how dumb some people are, and second of all, how like. Exactly how like not brainwashing these conspiracies can be. That's not the right word. It's more like enticing to the point where even people who are relatively intelligent start to like question basic science and facts. And
people just want to like uncover the next big thing. Like they want to be in that small group of people who were one of the first to know about something big, right? And
to say I told you so. Yeah,
I was there first.
Yeah, told you so. I was right all along. Yeah. So the flat
Earth is like that, really.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
People just want to be involved in some, secret society, like we know something that no one else does, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's probably a community side to it as well. Like when you're a bit weird yourself and you start finding other people who believe the same things as you, and you're like, you can get along with them, and you have, even if you don't fully believe it, some people are probably just there for a good time. You're like, I can make some friends, hang out and discuss how the earth isn't round and we actually just live on a piece of paper.
Same for cults. That could be another episode.
They're really cults would be interesting to discuss, but I'm more interested of the pre-internet cults. Like with the internet now, it's so easy to get a conspiracy theory going, because you can literally make a Facebook group for it, and then find like-minded idiots who would believe it, or even a troll one. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the QAnon stuff they was talking about was initially just a casual troll that got way out of hand.
Probably, someone could just made it up and said, oh yeah, well, they're sacrificing children. Yeah you could easily just say that.
So sometimes I think, like, could I be manipulated to that point to believe that the earth is a disc? And some people, like, let's like in the defense of those people that think ridiculous shit like that, their initial argument is they have learned this in school, right? And their teachers in school might conspire to lie to you or whatever. So they haven't actually seen the world being not flat, I guess. My absolute thing to watch on YouTube is flat earthers debunking their own theories. There's this guy. There's this guy who. You've seen that, right? The guy with for the listeners who haven't seen that video, there was a guy who wanted to prove that the earth is flat, and he was gonna shine a flashlight, I think, on a flat plane, and he was going to look for the light of it through like a hole in a structure and some wooden fence or whatever. And if the earth was flat, they would have been like completely aligned. So he put the light source like really far away, and his claim was that he should be able to see it from that hole in the wall. And of course he didn't see it because there's a curvature to the earth. And he sort of had this really, really pure and powerful realization moment that the last however many months or years of his life have been a lie. But some people like would even go against that. Like, they would be so invested in what they believe in that even if you show them definitive proof that you can see and touch and like experience in real life, they'll be like, is it though?
Yeah, because at that point they're just embarrassed.
Yeah, there's no turning back.
Yeah, you can't admit it.
They've invested so much time.
Yeah,
and then now they've just been proven wrong, even if it's by themselves.
Yeah,
and they can't have that because
I think people are like that outside of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they won't admit they're wrong if they're too invested in something. They'll just keep bullshitting until.
That's a classic manager move.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Dave.
Like, they'll tell you to do something, and then you realize halfway through it's the wrong thing to do, and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, well, we all made mistakes.
Yeah. Make it sound it was
just do it anyway.
Yeah. Well, it was your idea. You're the one who start pointing fingers at you. It's I think that's one of the bad sort of effects of the internet. Like, I love the internet mainly because of memes, but I think a lot of the dumb shit that happens in the world right now, especially the wild spread of many conspiracy theories is
Fake news.
yeah, all because of the internet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because
yeah.
it becomes a propaganda weapon as well. Like at the point where other countries can use it to. This could be a conspiracy theory in itself, but if another country can use this type of fake news material from, especially if they own certain news outlets or fund them, they can fuel certain division amongst the community, and then it ties into their propaganda campaigns against other countries.
Yeah.
I think most top countries, most of the largest countries do this, and you kind of had some proof of that in I think it's called The Great Hack, that Netflix documentary where they were selling people's data to steer political voting decisions based on how persuadable you were to. Like if you were leaning to the left, they would leave you alone. If you're leaning to the right, they would leave you alone. But if you hadn't made up your mind and you were kind of in the middle, that's the people that they would target. And they found out information about you based on your data that was being sold.
Yeah.
And that's a tactic that these governments can use, right? So that you could say that's a conspiracy theory at one point, but then it was proved.
Yeah.
This isn't to say all conspiracy theories are true and